Captain Miller stood at the bridge viewport of the United Earth defense ship Resilience his weathered face impassive as he watched the alien armada grow larger on the display. 20 years of diplomatic missions, trade agreements, and cultural exchanges were about to be undone in a single day. "They've rejected our final communication attempts, sir," reported Lieutenant Davis from her communication station. "The Galactic Council fleet is holding position at the edge of our defensive line." Miller nodded, unsurprised. "And the civilian evacuation?" "Complete, Captain. All Earth outposts in the contested sectors have been cleared." Around him, the bridge crew maintained their stations with quiet efficiency. No panic, no outburst of emotion. Just humans doing what they had trained for, what humanity had always excelled at, adapting to survive. "Open a channel to all Earth vessels," Miller ordered. The lieutenant nodded. "Channel open, sir." Miller straightened his uniform and spoke clearly, his voice carrying to every human ship in the solar system. "This is Captain Miller. For 2 decades, we have played by their rules. We've hidden our true nature. We've apologized for our strength, downplayed our resilience, and pretended to be less than what we are to make the galactic species comfortable with our presence among them." He paused, looking at the tactical display showing the overwhelming alien forces. "Today, that charade ends. The Council has made their decision. They fear what they cannot understand. A species born from a world they classified as uninhabitable. A deep world they called Earth. They never understood that what made our home dangerous is precisely what made us strong." Admiral Quodal of the Galactic Council fleet observed the human vessels with growing unease. The bipeds had always been polite, deferential even, since their acceptance into the galactic community, their strange physiology, able to withstand crushing gravity, process toxins that would kill most species, and heal from injuries that would be fatal to others, had been concerning, but they had seemed so accommodating. "The human ships are changing formation," reported his sensor officer, a slender trill whose antennae twitched nervously. "Defensive posture?" asked Quodal. "No, Admiral. They're spreading out, not in any formation our tactical computer recognizes." The Admiral's 4 eyes narrowed. "Send the ultimatum again. They must surrender their colony worlds and submit to genetic modification or face extinction." "They're responding, Admiral," said the communications officer. "Audio only." "Let's hear it." The bridge filled with the calm voice of the human captain. "This is Captain Miller of Earth. We have a message for the Galactic Council. We tried to fit in. We tried to make you comfortable. We held back. We played nice. That ends today." On the Resilience Miller gave the order all of humanity had been preparing for in secret. "Execute Operation Earthborn." Across the fleet, hidden compartments opened. Weapons systems previously disguised as scientific equipment came online. Shield generators that operated at triple the efficiency of any known galactic design hummed to life. And in each human vessel, environmental controls adjusted to Earth normal, no longer accommodating the comfort preferences of other species. "All ships report ready, Captain," said Commander Reed, his tactical officer. "Enhanced combat systems online." Miller nodded. "Broadcast our true specifications fleet-wide. Let them see what they're really facing." On the Council flagship, alarms blared as sensor readings suddenly spiked. "Impossible," whispered the Trill sensor officer. "Their power output just tripled. Weapons capacity. I don't understand these readings." Admiral Quodal stared at the screen in disbelief. They've been hiding their true capabilities all this time. "Admiral, we're receiving data transmissions from all human vessels," said the communications officer. They're broadcasting their unaltered environmental conditions." The data appeared on the main screen, and a horrified silence fell over the bridge. Oxygen levels that would be toxic to most species. Gravity that would crush the bones of nearly every council race. Radiation tolerance that seemed impossible. "They've been living in discomfort for years," murmured Quodal, "adjusting their ships, their habitats, even their own behavior to make us comfortable." "Admiral!" The tactical officer's voice shook. "The human ships are advancing." "All vessels engage at will," ordered Miller. "Remember your training. Remember Earth." The human fleet moved with precision that betrayed years of covert preparation. Ships that had seemed awkward in previous joint exercises now maneuvered with lethal grace. Within minutes, the Council's front lines shattered. Their weapons, calibrated for expected shield technologies, barely registered against the humans' true defenses. "They're attempting to regroup, Captain," reported Reed. Miller nodded. "Send the message." Admiral Kvotl watched in horror as his flagship's shields failed. A human face appeared on his view screen. Captain Miller, looking not triumphant but tired. "This is humanity," said Miller. "Unfiltered, unrestrained. You called us Deathworlders as an insult. We accepted it as a reminder of who we really are. We can end this now, Admiral. Recognize our sovereignty, accept our true nature, or discover what it truly means to face a species forged in fire." Kvotl stared at the human. "You could have struck without warning. Why reveal yourselves?" "Because unlike you," replied Miller, "we genuinely want peace. But on equal terms, not as second-class citizens hiding what we are." The Admiral looked at his broken fleet, then back at the human. "The Council will hear your terms." 3 days later, Miller stood before the Galactic Council itself, his uniform now displaying Earth's true environmental ratings, figures that made several councilors visibly recoil. "Humanity does not seek dominance," he told the assembled representatives. "We seek understanding. We modified ourselves to make you comfortable. We dimmed our lights to avoid casting shadows. That was our mistake." He stepped forward. "We are Deathworlders. That is our strength, not our shame. Moving forward, that is the truth upon which we will build genuine peace." As the council chambers erupted in debate, Miller allowed himself a small smile. Humanity had finally stopped pretending to be less than they were, and somehow that honesty felt more like true diplomacy than all the years of careful deception had ever achieved.